are the Colonial water birds of the Texas Gulf Coast. Just a few miles away, these are the birds of Cliff Moss Village.
I see crows, I see all the doves, I see bats at night.
And this is Joe. He keeps track of the birds here.
Some right there on top of the roof.
It's a lot of walking, but Joe makes his rounds every day.
There's a bird nest right there.
Oh, yeah. They're all up in these trees.
This is Ken Rice. He's a biologist with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Let's see. Where are they at?
There's one right there.
Oh, yeah. I see it. You found them over here? Wow.
One day I was walking and I looked back here and there was just birds flying inside the couch, and they'll go behind it for some shade. And
I think they're probably getting nesting material out of here.
they got some of this wood for their nest. Some of this too. But I think they'll put this around their nest inside.
Makes it easier for them when they lay their eggs, huh?
Yeah, softer. We got some laser shark. We got some more things for the hooks.
A few times a month, Joe goes fishing with his dad.
Mostly everything that he knows, I taught him.
This is a 1.5. That's a 1.
How to cast the net, how to hook the shrimp, how to put the bait on. You know, that's how he learned. He was a little baby, he learned everything, so. He likes animals. He likes to see, like, he asks questions. He's good at that.
But Joe's own experience with nature has always ended at these piers. He's never seen the other world that's just out of his reach.
There's I think a dolphin one like that.
Did you see a dolphin, Joe?
See him?
There he is, isn't he?
Oh, that one's awesome.
Oh, did you see that fish jump? Look at there.
And that's where Ken Rice comes in.
Whoa. Dude, the birds over there, look. There's a pink one. Dude, this looks awesome.
Right, so that's the pelican?
Joe is here with 4 other boys from Cliff Moss Village,
God, they're cool.
and it's the first time for any of them to see a rookery island.
That's a baby chick right in here. See the baby chick?
God, look.
Ken does around 50 of these trips each year,
Dump it in here, Rain. Let's take a look and see.
a crash course in the stewardship of our coastal environment.
Fish are very similar to the birds. They need.
I have a real love for the outdoors, and I like to share that with others. Going out in there and seeing a mullet jumping and crabs and shrimp and all the birds. This is a big squid, and we're going to take a look at it too.
Oh, that's bad.
Once you learn to appreciate them, that's when you'll take care of them, and that's when the battle's won.
Okay, if there's ink, can the fishes die?
No, not so much. They release the ink so that they can get away. I knew that he'd do that. He's got a beak on him, so you got to be very careful, guys. This is his beak right here,
It hurts.
and he pulls it in, and he will bite you. It's like a parrot. See how you drew a little bit of blood?
I know how they go. Just read their swim when they go up, and they'll follow you.
Joe's got an advantage where he has a father that has an interest in fishing, and he's just taking it one step further. So he's now moving into the birds and tying that association of the fish and the food source and everything to the birds, and taking the appreciation and the beauty of the whole environment.
Ken has a good reason for bringing kids like Joe out here. You see, the long-term survival of these birds is very much up in the air. And the greatest threat comes not from pollution or erosion, but from simple human contact. Because as our population continues to grow, we're encroaching more and more on the few nesting islands the birds have left.
I think the biggest challenge we face is over the years, the boating public has increased to the point where you have people out there every day of the week. The more people you have, the more traffic you're going to have there. So it presents a challenge just keeping them educated about the fact that nesting birds are there. I honestly think most people that disturb nesting birds don't realize what they're doing. It's just unintentional, and once they're aware of the fact that they're creating a problem for the birds, they're more than happy to move on.
The problem is, when the birds are disturbed, they move off their nest, leaving the eggs exposed to predation and to heat. In as little as 3 minutes, that egg will literally cook, and the chick inside will die. If the birds are disturbed or stressed on a regular basis, they're apt to permanently abandon their nesting site in search of a safer place to raise their young.
And then you have all these different islands in here that are really valuable nesting sites.
One of the most powerful tools available to avian biologists is the Texas Natural Diversity Database, which tracks colonial nesting sites and their sensitivity to disturbance.
If they don't have a place to nest, all the other parts of their life can be there. But if that nesting site isn't there, if they don't have a safe place to raise their young, or if we're constantly scaring them off their nests, then they're not going to be there no matter how much food is there.
But the message to keep away from the birds isn't getting out as quickly as some would like.
These days, there's hardly a day I've come out here that I don't see something like this somewhere. We go on as we are, and these islands all get disturbed, and that just increases over time with more and more people here. We're going to end up with islands with nothing but gulls, and eventually even those are going to go away. People just aren't getting the message and not staying away from the islands, and something has to be done.
So with a little bit of help or protection, and we call that stewardship, we try to take care of these things. Who wants to hold the stone crab?
And that brings us back to Ken Rice, planting seeds that will sprout the next generation of stewards.
If we want to protect the environment, it's up to us as individuals. And the way to go about doing this is through education. We need to find time for kids to just fully experience and look at the intricacies of nature. That's when the stewardship comes. It's the thought that turns to action.
And that lesson is a powerful one, especially when you can see it for yourself. Just remember to keep your distance.
Look, 4 different ones.